little bit since we've had a talk. A sit down, a bonding of sorts, a heart to heart. And I was thinking, first of all, I hope this camera doesn't cut out because I don't know how much memory is on me. If it does, que sera, sera. We'll figure it out. But so living the married life, I thought to myself the other day, whilst living this married life, that there are so many things people don't tell you before you get married. So many things. And I thought that you and I should talk about those things. Now, I first want to say I was so cute today. I was so cute. And then I went and ran errands, and you know how like your makeup is like, it is beat the first 5 hours of the day, and then as you wear it throughout the day, it just kind of like unbeats itself. So that's what we got going on right now. You should see me trying to salvage this makeup job, but you know what, this is real life. And if you're on my channel, if you're a subscriber on my channel, probably one of the reasons why you watch me is because I do real life. I do real life. And if you don't believe me, follow me on Snapchat, which I will put right here. Right there. Somewhere. Right there. Anyway, let's get back to it. I'm on Snapchat almost every day. And you get to see what my real life is. I know my vlogs are kind of here and there, but I'll get everything back going normal again as I've moved and I am getting more settled. Okay, so let's get down to the nitty-gritty. I probably should have written a list, but I think there are just so many things that they'll just come to me as I go along. So let's first talk about the desire to get married. Now, as I've seen on my channel and as I've experienced personally in my own life, at a certain age you become aware as a single woman or man that you are not married, and your friends are continuing in the life of marital bliss and having children and buying houses, and you are still in an apartment with roommates, and going out on Friday nights and with the same people, and still on dating websites, and you just decide to yourself, you know what, I'm ready. I'm ready to tie the knot. I'm ready for the old ball and chain. I'm ready for the hubby, the wifey life. And in your mind, you think how amazing it's going to be. Now, I'm not saying that marriage is not amazing. I'm just saying it comes with a lot of surprises. Okay, so the best way to almost kind of give you a synopsis of marriage, remember what your parents' marriage was like? If they stayed together, if they divorced and stuff, I mean, you can take some bits and pieces from what they did wrong and what you would want to do differently. But let's say they stayed together. And if you can remember your childhood and remember the arguing and the different, aspects of their marriage, you may have an idea what married life, marital bliss is going to be like. But just in case you don't, I'm going to give you a couple pointers, reminders, facts. There we go. We'll call it facts because it is. All right, well, it's factual for me anyway. So, number one, when you get married, you no longer belong to yourself. You don't. Your clothes don't belong to you. Your makeup, your underwear, your body, your credit, your email, your phone, your car. What car? In my case, motorcycle. They don't belong to you. They belong to y'all. The two that have become one. Now you say, when I get married, I'm gonna be my own person, I'm gonna be my own human, and what's mine is mine. Nope. Because when you get married, your husband will have an opinion about what you wear, how you wear your makeup, where you go, what you go in, who you go with. I mean, you don't get to make those independent choices. Not that you're a prisoner, but you don't get to make those independent choices without having to consider another human being, how they may feel about it, or their desires, what would make them happy or content. Not that you're supposed to live your life pleasing your mate, but you do want to keep peace in your home, so there's a balance. Okay. Number 2, you think you know your man. Shoot, you may live with him. Some of y'all might be shacking up. So you may have an idea of some of his bad habits, but I tell you, until you have married a man, you truly don't know what his bad habits really are. Because see, before you get married, there's still a sense that in relationships that your mate could leave you. They could decide, you guys aren't contractually obligated to each other, and they could decide, you know what, this relationship can kick rocks. I'm out here, and go stay at their mama's house, and you never see them again. They move their stuff out, the next week. But when you get married, you're bought and paid for. He has put a ring on it. He went downtown, signed the papers, gave you his name. It's a wrap. And with that being said, he's not afraid of you going anywhere. So all the surprises can come out. So it is very important to know the man that you are going to marry. And if you can ask questions about their secret single life, like little secret single things they used to do, like for instance, my husband likes to blow his boogers in the sink in the mornings when he brushes his teeth, because he has bad allergies and his nose gets all clogged up with all that lovely green stuff. And he brushes his teeth and he washes his face and then he blows his nose in the sink, which would not be a problem if he just made sure all of it got rinsed out every single time. So let's just say on more than one occasions, I've caught me a couple green monsters. It was not fun, because when they get hard, you gotta scrape them out. And guess what? Since I'm an at-home mom and my job is to clean, guess who gets to do it? Me. They got a little too real. I got a little emotional right there. I get to clean it. So, and that's not to say I don't have my own bad habits as well that he's had to learn to deal with. Number 3, when you first get married, it's all about that love making and sexy surprise and afternoon delight. It's nice. You may do little things like sleep naked or nude in the bed. But after you've been married, let's say 3 years. First year, it's still kind of lover's bliss. Second year, had a couple bumps, but you still like each other. Third year, look, bye Felicia. What? I don't want to be naked. I want to have all my clothes. So, year number 3, as a wife, let me get back to the point. When your man wants to do it, you are his number 1 choice. You are the it girl. You are the person he is coming to, whether you want to or not. And that, as a wife, is probably one of the trying things. I know it is for me, because I like to be left alone sometimes. Just leave me alone. But when you're the it girl, you are the dream. You're what he desires. You are his tasty little morsel. And after about the third year, you don't want to be a tasty morsel. But guess what? He still looks at you that way. When he decides he is feeling frisky, and they feel that way often. Okay? Not like us. Not like, once a month when we ovulate and we're like, we got the extra hormones and we're like, yeah, I'm down. No. They feel this way probably confidently about 3 times a week. Actually, maybe 4. Depends on how old your husband is. And you are going to have to suck it up, my dear. Now, you and your mate are going to have to come to an agreement. You learn that sex becomes a contractual agreement. Everybody plays a part. Everybody knows what their part is. After about 3 years, everybody knows what their part is. We all know how it's going to go. We have it mapped out. Foreplay? What foreplay? Who has time for foreplay? We're trying to get this over so we can watch Netflix. Him watch his own show on his phone, me watch my own show on my phone with my headphones on for the next 2 hours before we conk out. That's marital bliss. That's marital bliss. That is. So you take care of your man's needs. Everybody plays their part. If you are a pro at this point, it's all mapped out and it can be done in as little as 10 to 15 minutes. 15 minutes. And he's happy. Maybe you're happy. I don't know. And you can go to bed or you can watch your Netflix separately and enjoy each other's company on the other side of each other's bed. And literally, you probably won't find a happier place. He's calling me right now. Yeah, I'll call him back. He does live here. Number 4. Cleaning habits. You will realize who is the slob in your relationship and who wants to kill the slob in your relationship. Now, my husband is the best cleaner I've ever met. He can clean something so spick and span, you'd swear you could lick the surface. But he is the biggest slob I've ever met in my entire life. I'm a person that if I use my energy to clean or straighten something or organize it, I'm going to put things back exactly where I had it because I don't want to have to do that again. I don't want to clean. I want to put it back just the way it was. I want to take dishes from places that dishes don't go and put them where they go so that they get cleaned. My husband, however, is kind of a take it off and drop it and wherever it lands is where it stays. Example. I love my husband, by the way. I'm not bashing him. I just think that marriage sometimes is comical and we should talk about it. So, my husband likes to walk out of his work clothes and they literally stay wherever they fall. I've tried to limit this. Hold on one moment. Hello. See? Marital bliss. I can't even say marital bliss right. I said maritable. Forgive me, y'all. Either that or accept it as a new word. Maritable bliss. So he comes out of his clothes. Now, I've asked him from the beginning of our marriage, please don't leave your clothes on the floor. Here's a laundry basket right here. Put them in the laundry basket so I know to wash them. I would love to wash your clothes and fold them and lay them on the bed so that you would have clean clothes for work. Please put them there. 3 years later, and I kid you not, guys, I say this about 3 times a month. Please don't leave your clothes on the floor. Please don't leave your clothes on the floor. How do I know what's clean and what's dirty if you mingle them on the floor as opposed to putting what's clean, folding it, putting it away, and what's dirty, putting it in the hamper? I have moved the laundry bin right next to his bed on his side of the bed on the wall. Right, I'm talking about he has to bump into it before he can even walk out of the bedroom. And with it there, the clothes still end up on the floor. So, you choose your battles. That is the next point. Choose your battles. When you realize each person has their bad habits and no matter how many times you've asked them to stop, it's still happening, unless it's detrimental to your relationship, your health, your mental health, your children, unless it's detrimental to them, you're just gonna have to choose your battle and move on. That's what I gotta say about that. Another thing, there is no walking around the house naked. You know, when you're single, you get out of the tub and you just let it all hang and you let it air dry. Put your lotions on and you just walk around, you sit and watch some TV, lay in the bed, be on the phone call, not FaceTime. That's nasty. And yeah, you just walk around naked. When you get married, you can walk around naked. If you take off your clothes, women, and you married, he gonna think it's going down. I don't care if you coming from the shower to the dresser to get a pair of underwear and a bra. If he sees you naked, he's going to make you do things. I'm not kidding. He's going to request that you meet him in the boudoir. So there is no walking around naked. If you want your sexual sanity, there's no walking around naked. Another one. There's no privacy. There's no privacy. I am a mom and a wife. My husband has actually gone so far as to take the lock off the bathroom door. I don't care if I'm doing a number 1, number 2, a makeup, a weave, a bath, a shower, clipping toenails. It doesn't matter what you're doing. Whatever private activity that you do in the bathroom that you'd rather your significant other not see. I don't care if it's picking the boogers out of your nose. My family thinks that my body is a communal space. Doesn't matter that mom is in the bathroom. My daughter comes in and tells me how her day's going while I'm trying to use the bathroom or take a bath. The time that I want to be alone with my phone, doing very important things like Snapchat, not Snapchatting, but looking at Snapchat stories. I don't do that in the bathroom. That's nasty. Or my husband comes in and tells me about his day. There is just no privacy. And now that I have a dog, my dog has no understanding of the word privacy. He cares not if I'm tearing it up in the bathroom. He will be right there. True till the end. I don't know how they do that. Their sense of smell is supposed to be 10 times stronger than ours. I'm sure it's even more than that. And he will literally sit there the entire time. It's love. So, the next thing, money. Money is no longer just yours. There is no your money. Whatever is needed and whoever has it is where the money is going. There's a bill needed, it should be that way. It should be that way. If there are needs that need to be met in your home and you have the money or your husband has the money, there should be no separate accounts that no one can get access to in case of an emergency. Now, you can set boundaries as to communication. Communicate with me before you take anything out of my account, things like that. I know my husband and I have separate accounts because we have separate companies and different taxes for the companies, and so those things have to be kind of separate. It just makes it easier, but he has access to those accounts, or will have access. Actually, that's something we're supposed to be doing this week. It's more new. We have a main account, we have 2 separate business accounts. That is just easier right now, but we know what each other has. We communicate and do it like that, but we're actually going to be adding each other to the business accounts as an unauthorized user. Well guys, I want to do this as a series, and this is part 1 of what they don't tell you when you get married or before you get married. And if you thought any of this was funny or true, share the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe. If you're new, hi, I'm Sunsaray. This is me. This isn't my hair, but I'm sure you already guessed it. I make wigs sometimes, and I tell stories sometimes. I forgot to tell you guys the story time about how I almost died on Halloween. I forgot to tell you guys that I had broken both of my legs as well. So when I was walking out of that car, when I climbed out of it, my legs were broken and I was walking on fractured bones. It was horrible. But I forgot about that because that video was such a labor of love to make. But I'm going to end it here. And you know, if you're about to get married, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. I say all of this in jest and love. It is true, but it's all in love. And when you really love somebody, you guys work through a lot of difficulties. You work through a lot of personality changes and growth. And it's a fun adventure. And you're gonna love it and hate it and love it again and then hate it again and then be somewhere in between and then really contemplate your life choices at some point. But as long as you got Jesus, you're okay. Yeah, okay. I don't know, it's hard to say. Anyway, I'm gonna end the video here. Thank you so much for watching. Follow me on Snapchat because I'm there all the time, and that way you guys can be nosy and see what my life really is like, because I like to live real life. I like to be real. As real as I can be, despite my fake eyelashes and wig and makeup. And I will be back on the vlog soon. Maybe when I post this one I'll have one made, probably not. But I am, hopefully, when you guys see this, my mom will have finished a video and I will have edited it for her, and I'll put that in the description box. If you've not met my mom, it's Dolly Mercer. She's pretty cool. She's a great storyteller, and you should go follow her channel, subscribe there as well, because she's awesome. But that's it. I love you guys, and I'm so glad to be filming again and making videos, and I'm going to try to do something every week. I know I've said that 1,000 times before, but y'all, I was moving. If I showed you all the boxes in my house, you would know the drama. You would know how difficult it was, okay? It was hard. It was hard to nail these things on the wall to give you a visual background. Hard. I still have tags and bags everywhere. But love you guys, and follow me on Twitter and Instagram and all the stuff. And bye. Oh dear. How do you turn this bad boy off? Oh. Bye.